Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. I was reading a couple articles today talking about precious metals and the price forecast in the next 3 to 5 years. And when I was reading these articles, everything is looking like silver is going to break above the $100 level point. And yes, you can argue to say that's never happened before. Silver's a bearish market. The price is only $17 right now. You sound crazy, but this is not a silver pumping channel, and I will not mislead you or give misinformation to give you the wrong outlook, but I do want to share some statistical facts about this, the correlation between the dollar deflation and silver's price, silver's true value, what its potential is, and the history of these markets, which is very, very convincing to share that silver has a chance of appreciating a lot higher than it sits right now. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 250 likes. Everyone, go hit that like button right now. Also, check out the other videos I posted today. Some very, very, very good informational stuff. If you want to know about silver prices right now, what's happening. Also, a direct correlation from the 1930s Great Depression / today's time and what that led to silver prices back then to how they are correlated today. It's definitely some good stuff. You don't want to miss those. Go check those videos out. But with that said, let's jump into this video. So, $100 silver. What would that look like? What would have to happen in the markets? Well, there would have to be something to kickstart the price off. A huge rally would have to form. There would have to be a bottom, and it would have to break through the resistance. Now, we know what resistance levels would be around or if you want $100 silver, we know what the resistance levels would be. It would be that $50 or that $49.87 range that silver hit twice in 2011 and in the 80s/90s. You know, in the 80s when silver was $50, and then in 2011, silver was $50. It was actually $49 and like 80 something cents. It never got to the $50 mark. So there's like a $49 resistance level that silver's never broke past twice in the last 30 years. And it seems like there's a lot of resistance because that's the number that people capitalize off of. They sell. Just like right now, there's a small pullback on prices. It's in the low 17s. Which is still higher than in the last couple months, but it was headed to $18, and now it's bottom of $17. That's because people are selling. It's a sell-off. It's called a dip. It's a correction. It's actually healthy for the markets to do this. It's actually healthy for that to happen. See, in 2011, when silver hit $50, it was so catastrophic that it crashed right after. You don't want silver to jump to $50 within the next couple of weeks because then it's going to crash just as fast. You want it to happen gradually. And that's what we're seeing now, a gradual appreciation from $11.92, which was its bottom, all the way up past $50. And if it breaks past that $50 resistance level, the sky's the limit. I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight. It's going to take 3 to 5 years. Not even 10 years ago, silver was $50. You got to remember that. And now the stakes are much higher. Times are much more severe. We're heading into the second or another Great Depression, which is going to make things extreme. Anytime the dollar is directly correlated to massive inflation, and right now we see inflation rising. The dollar's losing its purchasing power. What you can buy with nowadays is going to be a lot different than what you can buy with 10, 20, 30 years from now. Maybe you could buy a Tesla for $50,000 right now. You will not be able to buy a Tesla for $50,000 in 20, 30 years from now. The dollar's losing its purchasing power, so the cost of things is going to appreciate. Just like back in the day, 50 cents could fill fill your tank, or a gallon of gas costed 50 cents. Nowadays, a gallon of gas is nowhere near 50 cents. And the dollar is depreciating. It's losing its purchasing power, and that's happening because of inflation, or rather hyperinflation. Now, gold and silver is basically a way to preserve your wealth. It's like a time capsule. It's like putting your money in a time capsule. Back in the day, 50 cents could get you a gallon of gas. Actually, like 25 cents. We'll put it around there, though. For the sake of video, 50 cents. Nowadays, 50 cents Walking Liberty could still get you a gallon of gas. See, back in the day, you could have took that Walking Liberty and bought a gallon of gas with it for the face value, or for the face value, the 50 cents. Nowadays, it's not the 50 cents that can get you a gallon of gas, but you could take that Walking Liberty to your local coin shop, sell it for its metal content, because 50-cent piece has 50 cents of actual silver inside of the coin, and then you can actually buy yourself nice, get $7, $8, which could fill your tank. See, back in the day, it was the face value. Nowadays, it's the metal content inside the coin. And that's why silver is timeless. Its spot price is irrelevant. The face value of that coin is irrelevant. Back in the day, it was 50 cents. Today, it's $7, $8. That's irrelevant. What's valuable is the metal content inside of that coin. No matter who says what an American Eagle is worth what, its real value is the 1 ounce of silver that's inside of it, not the spot price that's attached to it. And once you realize this, once you understand this, then you understand silver's true value. You can hold a $20 bill in your left hand, hold a 1 ounce silver coin in your right hand. You tell me which one seems more valuable. It's blatantly obvious. Silver's undervalued, and extremely undervalued. It's the most undervalued it's been in 5,000 years, since the beginning of man, since the beginning of history. Silver has never been this cheap compared to gold. That means that silver is extremely undervalued, which means it is going to appreciate. And we're already seeing it appreciate. It has, over the last couple of weeks, the gold to silver ratio was 125 in mid-March. Now it's down to 100 to 1. It's going to break through the 90s, dropping, meaning silver is still outperforming gold. And hopefully it gets back to that 60 to 1 ratio, 70 to 1 ratio, which is more normal. A lot more normal than 125 to 1. And what does that mean? That just means that gold is either extremely overvalued or silver is extremely undervalued. In silver, gold's already sitting around its natural price. So gold isn't overvalued. Gold is just reaching what it's naturally worth. Silver is the one that's undervalued, which means that silver has to outperform gold sooner than later. It's just a fact. And when that happens, the gold to silver ratio is going to shrink and silver's price is going to rise. It's going to rise. And when it starts rising, more money is going to come into the markets. More people are going to be paying attention to it as stock markets crash, as we go into the next Great Depression. Stock market volatility happens. People take their money out of stock markets. They put it in precious metals, which brings even more money into this market. Once they find gold, they hear about silver's potential. They invest into gold and silver. And silver's a much smaller market than gold, so it's influenced more. It's more volatile. It hits higher highs and lower lows. It's more extreme than gold. So silver's price is going to take off faster than gold, as we see it. But not only that, silver's an industrial metal. It's used widely in the industries. 5G technology is happening nowadays. It's here. Silver's widely used in 5G. We need more silver for 5G technology. Electric vehicles are here. Electric vehicles are massively getting produced. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. We need silver for that, and that's the future. Gold is used more for coins, jewelry, necklaces. Silver actually has real-world uses at major levels. But the supply is diminishing. But the demand is rising. The demand is skyrocketing, but the supply is diminishing. Low supply, high demand, that shoots the price up. All of this combined shows silver prices are going to go higher. It's not a matter of when, of how. It's a matter of when. It's a waiting game. Are you patient enough to let silver play out? Let the prices naturally do what they have, so you can make your money. A lot of people are going to sell themselves short. A lot of people are going to sell at $20. A lot of people are going to sell at $30. Even more people are going to sell at $40. And as history shows, most people sell at $50. But that's not silver's full potential. If it breaks through that $50 resistance, I guarantee silver will hit $100 within the next couple months after that. Not a doubt within my mind. Once it breaks past $50, the sky is the limit. And who needs to pay that price? I'll tell you, industries, if you want the newest, latest iPhone, you better hope they pay that price, because that's silver's use in iPhones. Tesla's going to need it. Space equipment, if we're going to go to the moon by next year or whatever they're saying. Space equipment. Everything. I mean, they're using silver to find a vaccine for this virus. Because silver is properties, antibacterial properties. It purifies water, for God's sake. Silver is used for so many different things, and it's not like something's ever going to replace it. It performs much better than any other element. Back in the day, ancient Egyptian times, they saw silver as magical because it could purify water, and how it responded with other elements was like no other metal, not even gold. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see silver's true potential now. I hope you see why silver could easily reach $100. Silver's not much more common than gold is. Gold is not much more scarce than silver is. Every 16 ounces, there's 16 times more silver than gold in the Earth's crust. So the gold to silver ratio should be around 16 to 1, not 100 to 1. Back in the days, it was historically, the gold to silver ratio was 16 to 1 as it came out of the ground. So over time, it got influenced, manipulated, as people were undervaluing or devaluing silver. In the 30s, FDR changed the gold to silver ratio from 16 to 1 to 75 to 1 during the midst of the Great Depression. And that's just a fact. That's silver manipulation. That's putting silver in a bubble. That's undertoning silver's true worth, because it was worth a lot more, and it still is. It just never caught back up from that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought this video was informational, educational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Let's see if this video can get 250 likes. Everyone go like the video right now. If you love silver, or if you love precious metals, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get that like goal hit. I definitely think we can reach it. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. Make sure you subscribe. I post daily videos. Go check out the other videos I posted today as well. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.